Have you ever sat quietly, maybe with a cup of coffee in the morning, and thought to yourself, how many truly good years do I have left? It's a thought many of us carry quietly after turning 70. Birthdays start to feel a little more meaningful, and a little more uncertain. The surprising thing is, your body may already be telling you. It sends out small clues, little signs we often overlook, but they carry a bigger message about how well you're aging, and how long you might stay independent, active, and sharp. You've probably noticed it among your friends or family too. Some folks in their 70s wake up refreshed. They walk with ease, sleep deeply, and carry on lively conversations without missing a beat. Others? They feel tired. They move slower. They struggle with balance or nagging aches that seem to come out of nowhere. So what's the difference? It's not luck, and it's not just good genes. Science has found that people who live long and well tend to show a handful of key signs, real, measurable things that can help predict how healthy your future might be. These aren't gimmicks or guesses. They're backed by real data, real studies, and real people. In this video, we're going to walk through 7 powerful signs that reveal how well you're aging, plus a few simple tips to improve each one, starting today. Because the goal isn't just to count your years. It's to make your years count. So grab a notepad if you'd like, or just relax and listen in. Either way, I encourage you to stick with me through the end, because what we're about to talk about could help you add not only years to your life, but life to your years. Sign number 1, walking speed. Now this might surprise you, but how fast you walk says a lot about your health. We don't often think about it, right? But your walking speed is one of the strongest signs of how well your body is aging. Why? Because your pace reflects more than just your legs. It's a reflection of your heart, your muscles, your balance, your lungs, even your brain. Let me tell you a quick story. There are 2 men, both 75 years old. Harold and Sam. Harold gets up every morning and walks around his neighborhood. His steps are firm, his posture is upright, and he climbs stairs without hesitation. He moves with ease, not in a rush, but with energy and confidence. Sam, on the other hand, used to enjoy walks too. But lately, he finds himself slowing down. He gets winded easily. He pauses often. Sometimes he reaches out to walls or handrails without realizing it. At a glance, the difference seems small. But to a trained eye, or even to your own body, that change in walking pace is a signal. A slower, unsteady walk could point to weakened muscles, poor circulation, or even early changes in the brain. But here's the good news, you can absolutely improve your walking speed. Short daily walks, gentle leg exercises, or even standing up from a chair repeatedly can help rebuild the strength in your legs and boost your energy. So from now on, I want you to pay attention not just to where you're going, but how you're moving. Your steps today could be giving you a glimpse of your future. Sign number 2, grip strength. Now let's talk about your hands. Specifically, how strong your grip is. I know, it doesn't sound like a big deal. But your grip strength is actually one of the most reliable signs of full body health as you age. Here's what the research tells us: people with a strong grip tend to have better muscle tone, healthier blood circulation, and more resilient nervous systems. A fading grip, on the other hand, might be a signal of deeper muscle loss or overall weakness, things that can lead to falls, slower recovery, and even shorter lifespan. Let me introduce you to Edward and Martin. Both are 78. Edward stays active. A few times a week he lifts light weights, nothing extreme. He can still open jars, carry groceries, and hold on to his grandkids without effort. His grip is strong and steady. Martin, though, has started noticing something. Opening a bottle feels harder. Holding a full shopping bag makes his arm tired. He figured it was just part of aging, but that weakening grip? It's a sign. A red flag his body is losing strength. But here's the hopeful part: this is something you can rebuild. Daily hand exercises, like squeezing a tennis ball, using grip tools, or lifting light weights, can make a big difference. Let me give you a little challenge right now. Grab something near you, a coffee mug, a book, anything. How does it feel in your hand? Is your grip firm and steady, or weaker than you remember? It might not seem like much, but your hands are a mirror of your overall strength. And strengthening your grip might just help you hold on, not just to things, but to your independence. Now, before we keep going, if you've been finding this helpful, I'd love it if you could take just a second to support the channel. Click the like button, hit subscribe, and be sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss the next tip that could change your life. And if someone you love is in their 60s, 70s, or 80s, share this video with them. Sometimes, one small insight can make a world of difference. Alright, let's get back to it. Sign number 3, balance. Balance isn't just about staying on your feet. It's one of the clearest signs of brain-body coordination. Can you stand on one leg for 10 seconds? Try it sometime, carefully, of course. Maybe while brushing your teeth or waiting for the microwave. You'll be amazed how much that small action reveals about your overall stability. Researchers have linked balance to longer life, better brain health, and stronger muscles. And it's something we can actively improve, at any age. Let's meet Linda and Grace, both in their early 70s. Linda stretches each morning and practices light yoga. When she lifts one foot off the floor, her body stays steady. She doesn't wobble or lean. Grace, on the other hand, hasn't focused on balance. These days, she moves a lot less. When she tries the same thing, she immediately reaches for the wall. She thinks it's normal aging, but really, it's her body asking for help. Here's the encouraging part: balance is highly trainable. Light Tai Chi, walking heel to toe, or even simply standing on one leg while holding a chair for support can slowly rebuild your balance and confidence. Give it a try later today, and let me know in the comments how long you can hold it. Sign number 4, your sleep patterns. Sleep. It sounds simple, right? But the truth is, for older adults, sleep becomes one of the most important, and often overlooked, keys to long-term health. When you're asleep, your body's not just resting. It's repairing tissues, recharging your energy, regulating hormones, and even clearing out waste from the brain. So, if you're getting deep, quality rest, your body and mind are healing. But if your sleep is broken, shallow, or irregular, over time, it can quietly take a toll. Let me share 2 common stories. Thomas, age 74, decided to treat sleep like a priority. He started going to bed at the same time each night, cut out caffeine in the afternoon, and took short walks after dinner. These small changes helped him get about 7 hours of restful sleep most nights. He wakes up clear-headed, balanced, and steady. Now compare that with Gerald, also 74. Lately, he's been struggling with sleep. He tosses and turns, wakes up several times a night, and often feels foggy in the morning. He figured it was just getting older. But those changes in his sleep may be affecting more than just his energy. They could be tied to memory loss, weakened immunity, and even heart issues. If that sounds familiar, if you're waking up tired, struggling to fall asleep, or lying awake in the night, it's not something to ignore. Poor sleep can come from stress, irregular routines, nighttime screen use, or even undiagnosed conditions like sleep apnea. The good news is, sleep can be improved. A calming bedtime routine, reducing screen time, getting a little morning sunlight, avoiding heavy evening meals, even stretching or sipping warm herbal tea can help your body wind down. So tonight, check in with yourself. Are you truly resting, or just lying down? Because the way you sleep today affects how clearly you think, how strong your body feels, and how resilient you'll be in the months and years ahead. Sleep isn't just rest. It's repair. And if that speaks to you, go ahead and comment number 4 below. I'd love to know you're still with me. And if you haven't already, this is a great time to hit subscribe and turn on notifications, so you never miss the next tip to help you live better, longer, and stronger. Sign number 5, your appetite and eating habits. Let's talk about food, not just what's on your plate, but how your body responds to it. As we age, appetite becomes more than just a hunger signal. It's a reflection of your metabolism, muscle strength, and immune health. After 70, a healthy appetite, especially when paired with nourishing food, is one of the clearest signs of vitality. It keeps your energy steady, your thinking sharp, and your body prepared for life's challenges. Let's look at Joanne and Elise, both in their 70s. Joanne still enjoys food. She prepares simple meals with fruits, vegetables, healthy fats, and enough protein. For her, eating isn't a chore, it's a pleasure. And that joy in food? It shows. She stays active, alert, and vibrant. Elise, on the other hand, has noticed her appetite fading. She often skips breakfast, feels full quickly, and sometimes forgets to eat altogether. Over the past year, she's lost weight without trying. She assumed it was just aging. But what's really happening may be more serious. A shrinking appetite could be a sign of muscle breakdown, poor nutrient absorption, or even early cognitive changes. You see, when your body doesn't get the fuel it needs, it starts pulling energy from itself. That means muscle loss, slower recovery, and higher risk of illness. But just like sleep, this is something you can improve. If you've noticed your appetite changing, start with small steps. Eat smaller meals more often. Focus on whole foods. Stay hydrated. And above all, don't ignore it. Ask yourself, am I enjoying my meals? Do I feel nourished, or just fed? Because what you eat today decides how strong and steady you'll be tomorrow. And if you're nodding along, leave a number 5 in the comments. I'd love to know that this message reached you. Sign number 6, how you handle stress. Here's one that's easy to overlook, but maybe the most important of all. Stress. Not just everyday tension, but the long-term emotional weight we carry, worries about health, finances, family, or the future. Chronic stress doesn't just affect your mood. It wears down your immune system, disrupts sleep, raises blood pressure, and silently accelerates aging, at any age, but especially after 70. Let me share the story of 2 men, David and Earl. David's had his share of challenges, medical bills, grief, difficult decisions. But he's built some healthy habits along the way. He writes in a journal each morning, takes a walk in the afternoon, practices deep breathing, and checks in with a neighbor who listens without judgment. He knows he can't erase stress, but he's learned how to manage it with steady, calm effort. Earl, on the other hand, holds everything inside. He replays worries over and over, avoids talking about them, and lets the anxiety build up. And slowly, it's begun to show. His sleep is restless, his blood pressure's rising, and his energy is fading. Unmanaged stress is like an invisible inflammation. It affects your heart, your brain, your body chemistry, and your overall well-being. But here's the good news, you can change the way you respond to stress, at any age. Start small. Take a few deep breaths each morning. Go outside. Laugh with someone you care about. Write down what's bothering you. And limit your exposure to news that raises your blood pressure. And remember, speak kindly to yourself. These aren't luxuries. They're life-extending tools. Ask yourself, when something difficult happens, do I meet it with calm, or do I tense up and hold my breath? Because how you recover from stress isn't just a mental habit. It's a key to your physical health and longevity. If this resonates with you, comment number 6 below. And if you haven't yet, I warmly invite you to subscribe and turn on notifications. That way, we can keep walking this path together, one small step at a time. Sign number 7, your social connections. You may not hear this from your doctor, but your relationships, your friendships, your sense of community, can be just as important as exercise or nutrition when it comes to aging well. Let's look at 2 different lives. Marjorie is 79. Every Tuesday, she meets a few neighbors at the park to walk and talk. On the weekends, she calls her niece or bakes with her church group. These small rituals give her something to look forward to. Her days are filled with laughter, shared memories, and a sense of belonging. She feels seen. She feels supported. And that shows in her energy. Now let's talk about Edith, also 79. She used to be very social, but over the years, friends moved, some passed away, and she slowly lost touch. Her children live far away. Some days go by without a single phone call or friendly voice. She tells herself she's used to it, but quietly, loneliness has crept in. It's drained her motivation, dulled her spark. Marjorie's world feels full and connected. Edith's feels increasingly quiet and distant. And that silence? It's not just sad, it's a health risk. Loneliness is more than a feeling. It's a biological stressor. When we go too long without real connection, our brains change. Stress hormones rise. The immune system weakens. Risks of heart disease, depression, even cognitive decline all increase. But here's the beautiful part, you can turn this around, starting now. It doesn't require a dozen new friends or a packed calendar. Just one meaningful connection at a time. Reach out. Write a letter. Call someone you miss. Join a walking group, a church circle, a book club, or a hobby class. Even a short chat with a neighbor or a weekly volunteer shift can lift your spirit and your health. Your social life isn't just about companionship. It's medicine. It's strength. It's purpose. And it's one of the clearest indicators that there's still joy to be found in this chapter of your life. Final reflection, where do you stand? Now that we've explored all 7 signs, take a moment. Quietly. Gently. Reflect. Not with fear, but with curiosity. What have you noticed in yourself lately? Are you still walking with energy? Sleeping soundly? Reaching out to others? Or have there been changes, subtle or sudden, that you've brushed aside? A little more hesitation on the stairs. A fading appetite. A grip that's not quite as strong as it used to be. These aren't signs to panic over. They're invitations. Your body is talking to you. And the beautiful part is, you can answer. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just start somewhere. Take one more walk this week. Make one more phone call. Try one more stretch before bed. Add one protein-rich meal. Say one kind word to yourself. Even the smallest shift creates momentum. Because here's the truth. You are not powerless in this chapter of life. You are not invisible. You are still the author of your story. So ask yourself, right now, what's one thing I can do today to improve my tomorrow? Thank you for spending this time with me. If something in this video made you pause, reflect, or feel a little more understood, I'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment with one small insight you're taking away. Something you might try. Something you might change. Your words don't just sit on a screen, they help someone else feel a little less alone on this path. And if this message meant something to you, please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be gently reminded when we share new content designed to support your health, your joy, and your independence. This is a space where older adults are seen, respected, and encouraged to live fully, one step, one story, one habit at a time. Your presence matters here. And if you're ready to begin this next chapter with intention, comment below, I'm ready to start. Let's walk this path together. Because you're not done yet. Not even close.